Hello folks, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In this video, we will be discussing a current affair topic presented to you by your faculty Sushma KP. So what is the topic that we will be discussing today? It is about your ICC Hungary and Netanyahu arrest. What exactly is happening here? Your International Criminal Court, which was established in 2002 by Rome Statute, had issued an arrest warrant against your Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and a senior defense official. Now, this has come into the limelight, and because of this is why we are discussing the issue. Alright, now, first and foremost, I'll introduce few key personalities and then tell it like a story type so you will understand. So, what is the aspect here means there is Péter Magyar, okay, this is pro ICC. What it is, I'll tell you, just listen to the names, then I will explain. Then is Viktor Orban, the Hungarian Prime Minister, who is anti-ICC. Why anti-ICC, I will tell you. Then is Benjamin Netanyahu, Israeli Prime Minister, and Yoav Gallant, senior Israeli security defense official. So what happened is recently your PM-elect, okay, Hungary's PM-elect Péter Magyar has held that your ICC has issued a arrest warrant against Benjamin Netanyahu, Israeli Prime Minister, and Yoav Gallant, who was a former defense official, senior defense official. Why? If you see, okay, this is happening before 24-25 period of time pe, the ICC issued a warrant on Benjamin Netanyahu in your November 2024 for the crimes in, that is, let's say, war crimes and crimes against humanity. For those reasons, ICC has issued a arrest warrant against Benjamin Netanyahu and Yoav Gallant. The Prime Minister of Hungary, who is the Prime Minister of Hungary? That is your Viktor Orban. Now, when this was the issue, he called that one provision is there according to your Rome Statute, which tells that it is binding on all the countries, member countries of ICC, which is more than 125 countries, largely your European countries, that if this particular so-called individual comes into your territory, you have to arrest them and give them to ICC. So, when there was a chance for your Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban to do this, he refused to arrest Netanyahu, Benjamin Netanyahu. Not only that, he told that your Hungary will walk back from ICC, International Criminal Court, stating that your ICC is politically very biased. So when Benjamin Netanyahu did actually visit Hungary, he did not arrest. When asked why you won't arrest, he held that he has formally given a notice for withdrawal from ICC. Understanding? You know the ground framework now. Now what happened? The present PM-elect Péter Magyar, now he has held that he has, let's say, with respect to the ongoing, Hungary has not yet walked out, but it has issued a formal declaration that we will be walking out, but that has not yet been finalized. It's been a year. So your Péter Magyar has held that now they are considering to be in ICC, first thing. Second thing, if we are considering to be in ICC, then the accused, if they set foot in Hungary, then they will be arrested, is what your Péter Magyar is telling. He also tells that he plans to halt the exit process from ICC itself. Understanding? So this is the reason why your ICC Hungary and Benjamin Netanyahu's arrest has come into your limelight. Now, the question will come as to when did ICC issue an arrest warrant? Like I told you, it was in 2024. Who were the two main accused? Benjamin Netanyahu and a senior defense official, Yoav Gallant. Under what charges were they or an arrest warrant was issued against him? Because of the war crimes and crimes against humanity, again for the ongoing Gaza war. As of now, it is landing on a very delicate ceasefire. So back then, 2024, pe Hungary had two options. Either follow ICC obligations, arrest your Benjamin Netanyahu and Gallant as soon as they enter Hungary, okay, which is as told by your ICC, because that decision is binding on all the member states. Or option B, protect the diplomatic ties. What is this option B and how can they protect the diplomatic ties? Now, this is where two important things you have to consider. 89, your exception to the binding clause. If ICC issues an arrest warrant, there is also one exception clause under Article 98, which tells that the countries, the member countries, can prioritize international law agreements or your bilateral relations with two respective countries, and you don't even have to arrest that particular official. Many countries usually use this particular feature in order to avoid or selectively determine which they want to follow of ICC and which protocol they do not want to follow of ICC. So that is what had happened in your 2024. Alongside that, under Viktor Orban, your Hungary had decided to withdraw its membership from ICC, calling it politically insensitive. Okay, and another thing is politically insensitive means as in there is a lot of biasness. So when your Benjamin Netanyahu went in there, there was no arrests made. From the withdrawal of ICC, there is a sudden shift under your 2026 PM-elect Péter Magyar, where they are holding that we will retain the status and position of ICC, and not just that, if Benjamin Netanyahu enters Hungary, then we will arrest him according to the ICC mandate, because that's how your ICC claims. Now, first and foremost, if you are going to see about International Criminal Court, it is one of the first of its kind International Criminal Court. It is to target, let's say, it will more of prosecute individuals for more serious global crimes, not organizations or states in itself, but individuals. It's headquartered in The Hague in Netherlands. It was set up or it came into life because of your Rome Statute, and it was adopted in 17 July 1998 and it became enforceable from 1st July 2002. Now, what are considered as your core crimes under ICC? If you see genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, crimes of aggression, and also these are also termed as your international crimes. So, on war crimes and crimes against humanity is what your Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is charged. Now, also the membership, if you see for your ICC, how many or who are the members? It has more than 125 countries which have ratified it. Which are those countries? Means it's largely your European nations. Now, there are certain countries who are not members of your ICC. Who are those countries? Means India, USA, Israel, and China. Why is India not a member if you observe? Because India cites sovereignty issues and also UNSC referral power issues. For certain cases, your UNSC can also issue the referral for your ICC to look into the cases. Okay. Now, I told you there is an exception rule. You don't have to, let's say you are an ICC member but you still don't want to arrest, or selective, okay, aspects can be followed or under the exception of Article 98. That is where here Article 89 is telling you have an obligation to arrest the person, okay. So the member states must arrest the accused and transfer to the ICC. This is obligation. There is also Article 98, which is an exception, which is what most states use. What is this exception? It provides the protects the established diplomatic immunity between that country and the other country in question, in this case Israel, and it covers all pre-existing international obligations. So this is more of a legal conflict with Article 89 itself. So this is called a selective interpretation. Countries which want to choose which at what period of time will alter these two, like we saw in Hungary itself now. So this kind of undermines your ICC's authority itself. Which countries have did this selective determination, especially let's say in your Benjamin Netanyahu case? That is, countries which are part of ICC but refused to arrest and also took the exception of Article 98 is your France, because it cited your diplomatic immunity as an exception. Germany also did not enforce the warrant of ICC. Italy also declined to act on your ICC mandate, stating same exception under Article 98. And Hungary, your Orban also had refused the arrest and cited that he will withdraw from ICC. Understanding? So what is India's stand? See, India here in this case, first of all, is not an ICC member. Second, why we are not ICC member? We have issues with the sovereignty, and again, this can be misused by your political leaders. Right now, what you see in your Hungary scenario also, two different stances from 2024 to 2026. And what India prefers is, it prefers justice based on your domestic jurisdiction also, because if you have to be in here, you have to make sure you consider the sovereignty also. Understanding? With this, we come to the end of the content. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, share it along with your friends. Thank you.